Okay, so first video is foam rolling. So this is just an 18-inch, like a sort of hard foam roller that I got at Walmart years ago. So you can get them on Amazon, Walmart. My cat is going to be probably bugging me throughout these videos. Anyways, the first one that you want to do is going to be your calves. So multiple ways to do most of these. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to attempt anyways to lift up and roll along your calf. Now that is like the maximum or like the highest level I guess that you would do. I have my other leg crossed over like this and I'm rolling from my ankle all the way to just below my knee. So you don't ever want to foam roll over a joint. Now if that feels like it's too much and your calf is really sore, then you're going to put one leg to the side like that and just do this and roll just that one leg, but you're having this leg bent to take some pressure off. So if that is still too much, or if this bothers your wrists, because I know that you said your wrists are sort of iffy here and there, then what you can do is you can just kind of scooch along, and I'm kind of keeping my butt on the floor and not putting as much pressure on my wrists. So you're going to do that, and what you want to do is also turn your feet a little bit so you can kind of get the outside edge of your calf, and also turn inward so you can kind of get the inside edge there of your calf as well. So what you want to do if you find a spot that is sore is to kind of just like lightly sit on it for a bit. So that's called an adhesion, like a formal name for a knot basically. So the muscle fibers in your tissues have gotten themselves mixed up and they're forming a knot instead of going the direction of the muscle. So by just kind of sitting on that, or you can just kind of rock on an area that feels tight or sore or painful, and just try to relax that muscle as much as you can. So you're going to do both sides on that. Then what you're going to do is right here, your IT band. So you're going to go into a side plank. So I'm on my elbow here, and I'm just rolling, again, from a little bit below my hip to a little bit above my knee. So I don't want to roll over a joint. So I'm just going to roll back and forth like this. Again, if this is too much, some people have, I mean, it is so sore sometimes, and so you may be one of those people or you may not. You may find a spot that's like too much, and that is when you're going to put this leg in front, and again, that's going to take some of that pressure off of the sore leg on the foam roller. So again, you can kind of roll forward and you can kind of roll backward like that to try to get it all around that side. So do both sides on that. Then what you're going to do is, so to get into this, basically think about being on your stomach, and then your foam roller is going to be running parallel with your body. So a lot of people find this one pretty confusing to get into, but it's really not if you just set it up right. So I'm parallel with my foam roller, and then I'm basically going to just hike my knee up onto it like that. And then I'm going to roll it in from my knee in towards my groin. So for me personally, I usually get a pretty good sore spot right down here, like this muscle right here, right close to your knee joint, or also just right before the groin sometimes can be really sore right in there too. So just roll back and forth and see how you feel. So again, do that on both sides. Then what you're going to do is just both quads at the same time. So I'm just laying on it and rolling back and forth. Again, don't roll over the knee or roll over the hip or anything like that. You can kind of get into the front side of the hip a little bit here, and that actually might help quite a bit for you. I'm not quite rolling over the joint per se, but you know, there's a lot of action in your hip flexors and stuff that have a lot to do with lower back pain. So you may be able to get into there a little bit, and that might help you quite a bit. All right, now next up, you've got a glute opener. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit on the roller. You're going to cross one leg over like this, and then you're going to just kind of roll into your glutes. So you're just trying to loosen that up. So for me, it's more towards the outer edge. That's why I'm kind of leaning that way. That is sore, but you know, just kind of experiment and see where you feel a little bit sore. And again, some of these you might not really feel anything, or some of them you might be like, wow, that's sore. Okay, so this next one is going to be for your lat. So that's the big muscles that run down both sides of your back. So you're going to try to hit right about kind of just below your armpit. So for this one, I'm on my side, and the roller is perpendicular to my body, so I'm in an intersection with this thing. And then I'm just going to have my arm, let me slide down a little bit so you can see me better. I'm going to have my arm up, straight up here, and then it is just a little bit of rolling. It's not a lot, and this one is a little bit awkward to kind of find, really. Everybody that I have do this one is like, what? So you're just kind of scooching your body. You know, I'm not like lifting up or anything like that. I'm just, my hip is laying on the ground like this, and then I'm just kind of rolling right under my armpit in here, and I can feel I have a little bit of a sore spot right there. So again, this is one where you can kind of roll forward just a little bit, or you can kind of roll backwards like that too, and you're just kind of right under that shoulder blade, right below your armpit. So again, do that on both sides. And that is it for foam rolling.